We were all sold a false promise. That happiness will arrive one day after the promotion, after the big house, after retirement. We were told it's waiting at the finish line if only we run hard enough. But here's the truth. Happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you craft, brick by brick, decision by decision, day after day. And often it's created quietly without applause in the background of your life. The problem is most people sabotage their own peace. They waste precious energy on things outside their control. They overcommit to people who drain them. And each morning, instead of living with purpose, they wake up in reaction mode. That's not really living. That's barely surviving. This video is about breaking that cycle, about 7 deep but practical shifts you can make starting today. Shifts that will allow you to build a life that feels steady and authentic, especially when you're alone with your own thoughts, not flawless, not effortless, but undeniably yours. 1. Eliminate the noise you allow in. Think about your mornings. For many people, the very first act after opening their eyes is reaching for a screen. Emails, news alerts, endless social media feeds. Before your own mind has even had a chance to form its first original thought, the noise of the world is already colonizing your mental space. That's not awareness. That's addiction. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the things you think about determine the quality of your mind. He wasn't being poetic. He meant it literally. Your mind consumes information the same way your body consumes food. Feed it junk and it suffers. If you let chaos dominate your inputs, don't be surprised when chaos dominates your inner life. So cut the noise, not out of fear, but out of discipline. Stop allowing every headline to hijack your mood. Stop allowing strangers on the internet to define your self-worth. Curate ruthlessly. Read more slowly. Choose silence over endless sensationalism. Because if your peace can be shattered by the ping of a notification, it was never peace at all. Take your mental environment as seriously as you take your health, because your real life, your actual existence, is happening right there, between your ears. 2. Stop craving universal approval. Approval is one of the most powerful drugs of our age, and many people are addicted without realizing it. You tweak your opinions to match the crowd. You smile when you want to object. You post something online and then anxiously wait for the little dopamine rush of likes. Little by little, you stop being yourself. You become what they want. Seneca once wrote, "If you live according to nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to opinion, you will never be rich." The Stoics weren't chasing applause. They were chasing alignment with reality, with truth, and most importantly, with themselves. The price of constantly needing to be liked is steep. You give away your power to the crowd, and crowds are fickle. One mistake, and the same people who cheered for you yesterday will tear you down tomorrow. So stop performing. Speak honestly. Show up as you are. Popularity fades. Respect lasts longer. And self-respect is more valuable than both. You don't need more likes. You need more conviction. 3. Replace comfort with challenge. A life built only on comfort produces a mind that's fragile. You start prioritizing convenience over effort. Easy wins, quick dopamine hits, shortcuts at every turn. But when life finally throws a real test at you, and it will, you're caught completely unprepared. You crumble because you never trained your tolerance for pain. Epictetus taught that the problem isn't suffering, it's avoidance. The Stoic life wasn't about sitting still. It was about training the body and the mind to withstand hardship. Cold water, long walks, hard labor, stillness and chaos, voluntary discomfort. Not as punishment, but as practice. Challenge is not cruelty, it's preparation. You lift weights not to look impressive, but to carry your burdens with strength. You sit in silence not to escape, but to face the truths of your own mind without distraction. You stretch yourself not to suffer, but to grow. Stop fleeing effort. Seek it. Create a life where challenge is normal, not feared, because nobody who is pampered and protected ever reshaped the world. 4. Release your obsession with outcomes. We all crave certainty, guarantees, perfect plans, but life doesn't bend to our preferences. You can give everything you've got and still lose the job. Love deeply and still face betrayal. The Stoics knew this well. The outcome is never fully in your control. What is in your control? Your preparation, your discipline, your choices, your response. That's it. And that's not weakness. That's liberation. Seneca wrote, "The wise man looks to the purpose of all actions, not their outcome." Purpose is internal. Outcome is external. If you tie your peace to results you can't control, you're signing up for endless disappointment. So apply for the role, but don't beg for it. Speak your truth, but don't obsess over how it's received. Love deeply, but don't confuse love with ownership. Do your part, then let go. Your inner calm is worth more than any guaranteed result. 5. Break free from resentment. Many people believe holding on to anger keeps them strong, that if they never let go of their pain, they'll never be hurt again. But in reality, resentment doesn't empower you. It chains you to the past. It forces you to replay what should have been released. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength when you cling to bitterness. You surrender that power. The other person moves on. You're the one still bleeding. Forgiveness isn't about excusing them. It's about releasing yourself. It's the decision to stop letting yesterday poison today. You can't rewrite the past, but you can reclaim the future. Forgive, not because they deserve peace, but because you do. It's not weakness, it's strategy. The strongest people travel light. 6. Guard your time like it's sacred. Time is the currency of your life, and most people spend it recklessly. They let others waste it with drama, with shallow obligations, with endless distractions. And if you never draw the line, people will keep taking from you. Seneca warned, "People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful." The Stoics saw time as sacred because once it's gone, it's never coming back. You can earn back money, you can replace possessions, but you cannot buy back a single wasted hour. So start saying no, without guilt, without apology. Protect your calendar like your life depends on it, because it does. Decline the energy-draining invitations. Block off time for your priorities and treat it like a ritual. Stop being everyone's emotional sponge or last-minute rescue plan. You weren't born for that. You were born for something far more deliberate. Your future is written in how you spend your hours. 7. Practice stillness over constant speed. Most people are racing, sprinting through errands, chasing inbox zero, multitasking life into a blur. Yet despite all the movement, they remain anxious, lost, and unsatisfied, because motion is not progress, and speed is not clarity. The Stoics cultivated stillness, not laziness, stillness. A deliberate pause to reflect, to journal, to ask hard questions. Is this necessary? Does this align with who I want to be? Is this really mine to carry? That reflection sharpens your energy like a blade. It keeps you from flailing wildly in 100 directions. So slow down. Take a breath. Sit quietly with yourself and listen, not to the world, but to the voice within. What do you want? Who are you becoming? What's draining you more than it's giving back? Noise will always exist, but wisdom only emerges in silence. Walk with intention, and life itself will begin to slow down to your pace. Happiness isn't hiding in the next paycheck, the next vacation, or the next compliment. It's being built right now in your daily choices, your habits, your mindset, and your boundaries. It's not something you stumble into. It's something you construct, step by step, brick by brick, by refusing to live on autopilot. So if you want a happier life, stop outsourcing your peace. Own your time. Protect your inputs. Release the past. Accept what you can't control and fortify what you can. That is Stoicism, not as theory, but as a way of life. This isn't a motivational slogan. It's a warning, because one day you'll wake up and realize that time doesn't come back. And on that day, you'll feel either regret or pride. Start today, not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Start small, but start now. Subscribe if you're ready to tune out the noise and begin building something real. Check the description for tools and resources that will sharpen your mind, strengthen your peace, and elevate your life, one choice at a time. You're not here just to survive. You're here to live. Make it count. If you found value in this, consider sharing it with someone who could benefit. And don't forget, a simple like goes a long way in spreading Stoic wisdom. For more insights on philosophy, personal growth, and the art of clear thinking, subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay strong, stay mindful, and above all, stay stoic. See you in the next video.